As a driver on New York City streets, I am so annoyed with pedicab drivers, but I'm gonna introduce you to the one guy who was able to change my mind. Meet Frankie Legarreta, AKA Frankie Legs. I met him on 59th Street and Columbus Circle, hopped into his pedicab, and we went for a ride.
Oh, okay.
The trip was fraught with peril. There were tons of cars honking at us, huge trucks all over the place. And Frankie was basically saying that it wasn't the cars or the trucks that were really the problem for him, it was Trump protesters.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on right now in New York City since Trump was elected. Most of the votes went for Hillary in New York, so New Yorkers are really upset. There was a large protest yesterday.
He said that he once saw a whole stretch of protesters along 6th Avenue.
I was just like, can I get by? I was like, Mason!
Just when I was thinking, what have I gotten myself into on that little pedicab with no seatbelt and just, holding this rickety thing? He said that he's never had an accident.
I don't want to ruin anyone's night by scratching their car.
Yeah, right.
Or them scratching my car. Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. No one should scratch your car here. Frankie wasn't even supposed to be able to walk. At the age of 12, Frankie was a skateboarder, and he snuck out of the house and went to do some skateboarding tricks, jumping on top of a truck.
I was hit by a car right after my birthday.
Were you on a bike?
I was on a skateboard, actually. I was trying my new tricks out. At 12 years old, no fear.
Yeah.
No fear at 12, and that's what I thought. And I was, doing these stunts on a skateboard, and I had happened to get hit by a car. The driver was a drunk driver.
He ended up underneath that truck. It took hours to take him out. Firefighters were called to the scene, and Frankie doesn't remember any of that. He only remembers doing a trick on top of the truck and then waking up at the hospital.
I didn't even recognize my mother.
When you woke up?
Yeah, when I woke up, I didn't recognize my mother. I said, who are you? What am I doing here? I tried to get up, but my two knees were pinned up.
He had just awoken from a coma, which he was in for 6 days. Doctors were telling Frankie, and he was just 12, that he was never going to walk again, that he was going to be handicapped.
Doctors were telling me I was handicapped. I was gonna, I wasn't gonna be a normal, teenage life.
But Frankie proved the doctors wrong within just 7 to 8 months.
No kidding.
He walked, and now he's pedaling around the city. He's been doing it for 10 years.
Oh, you're so light. Thank you. Oh, yes.
Wow. I've never taken a pedicab. But it occurs to me when I'm stuck in traffic in Midtown at rush hour, they're going off faster than I am. Right?
True. I love this. It's so inspiring. I took my first pedicab in New York, and it was not necessarily an experience that I would want to relive, but I appreciate that he gets to have a job.
So he was hit when he was 12, and before he was 13, he was able to recover, or within 7 months?
Yeah, within 7 or 8 months. While he was going through rehab, he accidentally kind of made a step, and from that day on, he's like, I am going to keep working at this. I'm going to walk.
That's a real testament to the kind of person that Frankie is, not only to recover from such a traumatic injury, but to then go, you know what? You said I couldn't walk again. I'm going to use these friggin' legs every day in the most hustly, bustly city in the world.